Hello guys, welcome back to my channel, and today's topic will be discussing operations on rational numbers. So what are the operations on rational numbers? We have addition, subtraction, and multiplication and division of rational numbers. So without further ado, let's start with the first topic, which is addition of rational numbers. So I have here some examples. For number 1, let's add 1/3 and 1/6. So what is 1/3 and 1/6? Notice na yung fractions natin dito ay dissimilar fractions. So when we say dissimilar fractions, the denominators are different. So to add dissimilar fractions, the first thing that we should do is to find the LCM. So what is LCM? That means the least common multiple. So what is the least common multiple of 3 and 6? Of course, the LCM is 6, because 6 is the lowest number or the least number that can be divided by both 6 and 3. So after that, so let's copy the original given, 1/3 plus 1/6, and then write now the LCD or the least common denominator. So next thing that we are going to do here is to obtain the numbers in our numerator. So to do that, we will perform division and multiplication. So 6 divided by 3 is 2, and then 2 times 1, that is equal to 2. So there you have it. You have 2 plus, copy the plus sign, repeat the step. So 6 divided by 6 is 1, and 1 times 1, that is equal to 1. So we have 2 plus 1 all over 6. So 2 plus 1, of course, that is equal to 3 over 6. And what is the lowest term of 3 over 6? That is 1/2. So therefore, the correct answer is 1/2. Let us have another example. So what is 2 over 5 plus 1 over 15? First, get the LCM of 5 and 15. So obviously, the LCM or the least common multiple is 15. Why 15? Because 15 is the lowest or the least number that can be divided by both 15 and 5. So we copy 2 over 5 plus 1 over 15. Copy the least common denominator, which is 15. Now let's obtain the numerator part. So 15 divided by 5 is 3. Then 3 times 2, that's equal to 6. Copy the plus sign. Next, 15 divided by 15 is 1. 1 times 1, that's equal to 1. We have 6 plus 1 all over 15. 6 plus 1 equals 7 over 15. And 7 over 15 is already reduced in the lowest term. Third example, 2/3 plus 1/4. So first, get the LCM of 3 and 4. The LCM is 12. Notice that the LCM is the product. That happens when the numbers doesn't have a common factor other than 1. So 12 is the lowest or the least number that can be divided by both 4 and 3. So copy the given, copy the LCD or the least common denominator, which is 12. Now let's obtain the numerator part. 12 divided by 3 is 4. 4 times 2, that's equal to 8. Copy the plus sign. Next, 12 divided by 4 is 3. 3 times 1, that's equal to 3. So add 8 plus 3, that's equal to 11 over 12. 11 over 12 is already reduced in the lowest term, and that is our final answer. Now let's have example 4. We have 5 over 6 plus 3 over 8 plus 1/2. First, get the LCM of 6, 8, and 2. So the LCM of 6, 8, and 2 is equal to 24. So 24 is the LCM because 24 is the least number that can be divided by both 6, 8, and 2. Okay, next, so let's copy the given. So we now have 5 over 6 plus 3 over 8 plus 1/2. So write the equal sign and the least common denominator, which is 24. Now let's obtain the numerator part. So to do that, so 24 divided by 6 is 4. 4 times 5, that's equal to 20. Copy the plus sign. 24 divided by 8 is 3. 3 times 3, that's equal to 9. Copy the plus sign. 24 divided by 2 is 12. And 12 times 1, that's equal to 12. We have 20 plus 9 plus 12 all over 24. Simplifying our numerator, we have 41 over 24. 41 over 24 is in the lowest term already. We can also change it into a mixed number. So 41 over 24 is accepted, or 1 and 17 over 24. Let's have the last example under addition of rational numbers. We have 1/2 plus 3/4 plus 2 and 1/3. So here, the first thing that we should do is to change the mixed number given into an improper fraction. So how do we change 2 and 1/3 into an improper fraction? So to do that, multiply 2 and 3. So 2 times 3 is 6. And then add the numerator 1. So 2 times 3 is 6. Plus 1, that's equal to 7. So that's equal or equivalent to 7 over 3. Now, the given now is 1/2 plus 3/4 plus 7 over 3. So get the LCM of 2, 4, and 3. So the LCM of 2, 4, and 3 is equal to 12. Why 12? Because 12 is the least or lowest number that can be divided by all these three numbers, 2, 4, and 3. So copy the LCD, which is 12, and obtain our numerators. So we have 12 divided by 2, that's equal to 6. 6 times 1, that's equal to 6. Copy the plus sign. Next, 12 divided by 4 is 3. 3 times 3 is equal to 9. Copy the plus sign. 12 divided by 3 is 4. 4 times 7, that's equal to 28. Simplifying the numerator, 6 plus 9 plus 28, obviously that's equal to 43. So the answer is 43 over 12, and it's already in the lowest term. We can also change 43 over 12 into a mixed number, and that's equivalent to 3 and 7 over 12. So I have here some practice exercises. You may pause the video and try to answer this in your lecture notebook. Now let's proceed to the second topic, which is subtraction of rational numbers or subtraction of fractions. So for number 1, we have 3/4 minus 1/2. So first thing that we should do is find the LCM of 4 and 2. So the LCM is equal to 4. Copy the given, 3/4 minus 1/2. Write our LCD, or the least common denominator. So 4 divided by 4 is 1. 1 times 3, that's equal to 3. Copy the minus sign. Then we have 4 divided by 2 is 2. 2 times 1, that's equal to 2. We have 3 minus 2 all over 4. 3 minus 2, that is 1. So the answer is 1/4. Next, we have 5 over 6 minus 3/4. First, get the LCM of 6 and 4. So the LCM is 12, because 12 is the lowest number that can be divided by both 6 and 3. Copy the given. Write our LCD, which is 12. 12 divided by 6, that's equal to 2. 2 times 5 is equal to 10. Copy the minus sign. 12 divided by 4 is 3. 3 times 3, that's equal to 9. 10 minus 9, that's equal to 1. So the answer is 1 over 12. And it's already in the lowest term. Let's proceed to the third example. 7 over 10 minus 1/5. The LCM of 10 and 5 is, of course, 10. So copy the given. Write our LCD, which is 10. So 10 divided by 10 is 1. 1 times 7 is 7. Copy the minus sign. 10 divided by 5 is 2. 2 times 1, that's equal to 2. We have 7 minus 2 all over 10. 7 minus 2 is equal to 5. We have 5 over 10. Observe that 5 over 10 is not yet in the lowest term. So what is the lowest term? If your answer is 1/2, you're correct. So how did we get 1/2? 5 divided by 5 is 1. 10 divided by 5 is equal to 2. Therefore, the answer is 1/2. Fourth example, we have 7 minus 3/5. So this is our example. So 7 is a whole number. Remember that we can rewrite 7 in fraction form. because every whole number has a denominator 1. So we can rewrite 7 into 7 over 1. So thus we have 7 over 1 minus 3 fifths. So of course, the LCM of 1 and 5 is equal to 5. Copy the given, 7 over 1 minus 3 fifths. Write our LCD. 5 divided by 1 is 5. 5 times 7 is equal to 35. Copy the minus sign. 5 divided by 5 is 1. 1 times 3 is equal to 3. We have 35 minus 3 all over 5. 35 minus 3 is equal to 32. So the answer is 32 over 5. It's in the lowest term already. And we can change this into mixed number, and that is equivalent to 6 and 2 over 5. Now let's have the last example under subtraction of rational numbers. Given, we have 5 and 3/4 minus 2 and 1/2. Okay, so if the given is mixed number, we can change them into improper fraction. So how do we do that? 5 times 4 is 20 plus 3, that's equal to 23. Thus, we have 23 over 4. For 2 and 1/2, 2 times 2 is 4. 4 plus 1, that's equal to 5. Therefore, we have 5 halves. The given now is 24 over 3 minus 5 halves. Same process. Get the LCM of 4 and 2. Of course, that's equal to 4. Copy the given. Write our LCD. So here we have 4. 4 divided by 4 is 1. 1 times 23 is 23. 4 divided by 2 is 2. 2 times 5, that's equal to 10. Then simplify the numerator. 23 minus 10, that's equal to 13. Therefore, we have 13 over 4. Or, that is equivalent to 3 and 1/4. Okay? So, I have here a seat work. Try to answer this in your lecture notebook. You may pause our video. Now, let's have multiplication of rational numbers. How do we multiply rational numbers or fractions? So, under multiplication of rational numbers, it's not a problem if the fractions are dissimilar or similar. So, how do we multiply? Let's have the first example. What is 3 over 4 or 3/4 times 1/2? So, first thing to examine here is look for numbers that can be cancelled. You may observe them diagonally. So, for 3 and 2, we don't have numbers that can be cancelled because they don't have common factors other than 1. For 1 and 4, we don't have common factors as well. So, we can now perform multiplication. So, to do multiplication, we multiply the numerator by the numerator all over denominator times denominator. So, doing that, 3 times 1 is 3. And then 4 times 2, that's equal to 8. So, 3/8 is our final answer. Let's take another example. What is 2/3 times 3 over 10? So, let's copy the given. Now, let us look for numbers that have common factors because we can cancel these common factors in our given numbers. Look at this. We have 3 and 3. There is a common factor 3, so we can perform cancellation. Cancel 3, cancel 3. The common factor of 3 and 3 is 3. So, we divide them both by 3. 3 divided by 3 is 1. 3 divided by 3 is 1. Next, let's look for the common factors now of 2 and 10. What is the GCF or the greatest common factor of 2 and 10? Of course, that is equal to 2. So, we can cancel out 2 between these numbers. So, 2 divided, cancel 2, cancel 10. 2 divided by 2 is equal to 1. And then, 10 divided by 2 is equal to 5. So, we have now 1 over 1 times 1 over 5. Since we don't have common factors in our resulting expression, we can now perform multiplication. So, 1 times 1 is equal to 1, and 1 times 5 is equal to 5. Therefore, the answer is 1/5. And 1/5 is already in the lowest term. Third example, let's multiply 5 over 8 by 2. So, 2 here is a whole number. And remember that every whole number has a denominator 1. Next, look for numbers that can be cancelled. So, for 5 and 1, we don't have a common factor other than 1. But for 8 and 2, we have a common factor. So, what is the GCF or the greatest common factor? We can cancel out 2. Cancel 8, cancel 2. So 8 divided by 2 is equal to 4. 2 divided by 2 is equal to 1. Next, let us multiply. So 5 times 1 is of course 5. And then 4 times 1 is equal to 4. The answer is 5 over 4, or that is equivalent to 1 and 1/4. Now let's have example number 4. We have 1 over 6 times 6 times 1/3. So 6 has a denominator 1. So we have 1 over 6 times 6 over 1 times 1/3. Look at these numbers. We have 6 and 6. We can cancel 6 as their common factor. Cancel 6, cancel 6. 6 divided by 6 is 1. 6 divided by 6 is 1. Okay, we can now perform multiplication. So 1 times 1 times 1, that is equal to 1. 1 times 1 times 3, that's equal to 3. Therefore, the product is 3, 1/3. The final answer here is 1/3, and 1/3 is already in the lowest term. Fifth example, let us multiply 2 and 3/4 and 10 and 2/3. First thing to do is to change them into improper fraction. So 2 times 4 is 8. 8 plus 3, that's equal to 11. Therefore, that's equal to 11 over 4. 10 times 3 is 30. Plus 2, that's equal to 32. Therefore, the improper fraction is 32 over 4. Now, let us look for numbers that can be cancelled. For 11 and 3, we don't have a common factor. For 4 and 32, yes, we have a common factor, which is 4. Cancel 4, cancel 32. 4 divided by 4 is 1. 32 divided by 4 is 8. Now, we can now perform multiplication. 11 times 8, that is equal to 88. 1 times 3 is equal to 3. Therefore, the answer is 88 over 3, which is already in the lowest term. This is also equivalent to its mixed number, 29 and 1/3. So, I have here a sheet work for multiplication. Try to answer this in your lecture notebook. You may pause our video. For the last topic, let's have division of rational numbers or division of fractions. Number 1, we have 1/4 divided by 1/2. So, in dividing fractions, the first step is to change the divisor or get the reciprocal of the divisor and then proceed to multiplication. So 1/4 divided by 1/2 is equivalent to the expression 1/4 times 2 over 1. So how do we get the reciprocal of the divisor? To get the reciprocal, simply interchange the numerator and the denominator. So 1/2, the reciprocal of that is 2 over 1. And then change the division symbol to multiplication. So, doing multiplication, we can cancel 4 and 2. 4 and 2, the common factor is 2. So, 4 divided by 2 is 2. And 2 divided by 2 is 1. Then, we perform multiplication. So, 1 times 1, that's equal to 1. And then, 2 times 1 equals 2. Therefore, the final answer is 1/2. Second example, we have 5 over 4 divided by 2/3. First, get the reciprocal of our divisor and proceed to multiplication. So, 5 over 4 divided by 2/3 is equivalent to 5 over 4 times 3 over 2. Next, look for numbers that can be cancelled. For 5 and 2, we don't have a common factor other than 1. For 4 and 3, we don't have also a common factor. So, we can now perform multiplication. 5 times 3 is 15. And 4 times 2 equals 8. 15 over 8 is already in the lowest term. We can also accept its mixed number, which is equivalent to 1 and 7 over 8. Let's proceed now to our third example. We have 3/4 divided by 2/3. Same process, change or get the reciprocal of our divisor 2/3. So that is equivalent to 3/4 times 3/2. Look for numbers that can be cancelled. So, for 3 and 2, we don't have. For 4 and 3, we don't have. So, we can now multiply. 3 times 3 is 9. 4 times 2 is 8. Therefore, the answer is 9 over 8, which is already in the lowest term. This is also equivalent to 1 and 1/8. Fourth example, we have 5 over 6 divided by 2. Change or rewrite the divisor 2 into, rewrite it or change it into its reciprocal. So what is the reciprocal of 2? Okay, so by the way, 2 can be rewritten into 2 over 1. So 5 over 6 divided by 2 over 1 is equivalent to 5 over 6 times 1 half, because the reciprocal of 2 is 1 half. Then look for numbers that can be cancelled. So 5 times 5 and 2 we don't have, 1 and 6 we don't have. So multiply. 5 times 1 is 5, and then 6 times 2 is 12. 5 over 12 is already in the lowest term. Let's have now the last example. Number 5, we have 3 and 2 over 6 divided by 2 and 3 fifths. Here, we need to change the mixed numbers into their equivalent improper fractions. Alright, so the equivalent of 3 and 2 over 6 is 20 over 6. How did we get that? 3 times 6 is 18. 18 plus 2, that's 20. So the answer is 20 over 6. For 2 and 3 fifths, 2 times 5 is 10. 10 plus 3, that's equal to 13. So it's equivalent to 13 over 5. So we need to get the reciprocal of 13 over 5. And the reciprocal is 5 over 13, and change the division symbol into a multiplication symbol, the dot. Okay, next, let us try to examine if we can cancel some factors. For 20 and 13, we don't have. For 5 and 6, we don't have. So we can have, okay, 20 times 5 is 100. 6 times 13 is 78. But 100 over 78 is not yet reduced in its lowest term. So we can reduce it into 50 over 39. How did we get that? We divide the numerator and the denominator by the common factor, or the greatest common factor, which is 2. 100 divided by 2 is 50. 78 divided by 2 is 39. And 50 over 39 is already in the lowest term. Therefore, the answer is 50 over 39, or that is equivalent to 1 and 11 over 39. So for the last seat work, you may pause our video to answer this. That's all for today. Goodbye.